Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are on this planet. Today I'd like to talk about how we can grow resources, inner resources, for ourselves and ultimately for others during this really tragic time. And in another way, time has come today, a time for celebration that maybe something new will happen on this earth, that we can have the seeds of love planted for every soul, that every soul feels safe, that every soul feel acknowledged and seen and held and respected, that every soul have a part of themselves that is like every other soul. I always like this phrase that a teacher of mine, Karen Rivers, said one day. It never left my heart. The sun shines equally on everyone. It doesn't discriminate. And I remember riding home on the 101 in San Francisco in traffic, and all of a sudden that line came to me, and I looked around at all the different people in all the different cars and all the different colors and all the different shapes and all the different sizes, and that sun is shining equally on every single person. I wonder what they'll do with that. I wonder how that will affect them. So today, I'd like to take a look at how we can take what we were given and bring that forward to free ourselves from intolerance and fear and move to love and action. How do we stand that, if you saw my last video, that inner stance? How do we clarify that inner stance so that we can stand up for an idea, an ideal, a person, another, the earth, the waters? How do we stand? Conservation. How do we stand for these things without going so far out of ourselves? How can we be in and for and with ourselves and yet be outside, caring for the other, radiating that sunlight and more, witnessing, all the things we've been practicing. And now these are some pretty hard times, especially hard for people of black and brown. Let's go out to them. And we know we must be here and be there. Otherwise, we are of no help, really. Don't lose ourselves in the emotion, but to see clearly, to witness clearly. This is so important. So how do we be in and with? Well, we start with that sense of breathing and the ground. We come down, we lower the temperature in ourselves. We lower the temperature, not so that we don't act, but so we can be whole in our actions. So we lower the temperature. We come in ourselves, we enter. We breathe, we sense. And when we feel tethered, when we feel grounded, we can begin to expand our sensibility Expand our back space and be in ourselves. Expand the above. Expand the all around. As we are connected down, tethered to the mothership is how I like to think of it sometimes. Tethered to Mother Earth, with her and for her and in her. And then expanding out to be able to see clearly, to become present, so that our thoughts, our feelings, and our sensations and our actions are in alignment, in order that our actions are actually a part of what we're thinking and what we're feeling. We need to clear the space to think clearly. So let's take some moments to go inside again now and clear the space. Let's try the first way of just sweeping through the whole spaciousness, sweeping through. Maybe spending a little more time. I noticed my hands have kind of stopped around my heart. Well, there's been many troubles in the heart, many troubles. How to invite space there. My breath enters there, and I return to sweeping. My guts, solar plexus, breathing spaciousness there. My lower back, the other side of our guts. We're so frontal, it's so important to remember the wholeness of the front and the back and the sides. And down through the whole round ball of the pelvis, into the digestion, how to digest all that we've heard and seen and felt. Breathing, clearing the space. One little bit of extra space opens the door to spaciousness. Into the legs, into the lower legs, and down into the feet. Let's rest there a moment together. See if anything else wants to settle as we rest. Opening up the parasympathetic nervous system, the resting digestive state. Not the fight, flight, or freeze. That doesn't get us anywhere. Good, and now let's begin to open. And think of, let's open with wonder, curiosity, warm-heartedness. Let's come from the heart. Not romantic love, not all the other kinds of love. A love of life. And breathing out, just opening Think of the shoulder blades behind you, opening with wonder. And coming back home to the heart. I'm going to get a little further away from the camera so you can see the arms more clearly. Let's see if this is possible. Yes. So we're standing in ourselves and around ourselves. We've opened up the space behind, around, up and down. We come to the heart. Come to the heart, and then we open with wonder. So we're here and there. Breathing out. Wonder, other, holding them in the light, witnessing and witnessing, returning back home into the heart. The heart can travel. We know this. We can feel the other far away, and sometimes they can even feel us. Let's do this again. Coming from the heart and opening, exhaling with wonder, and inhaling. Not going too far forward or too far back. I'm standing in myself. I'm holding what is present in front of me right now with wonder, with love, with light, with life. And I return. How can we learn to do this without the arm gesture after we've practiced the arm gesture for so long? How can we do this just to stand at first, being with and in and for oneself and opening to the other? This is a beginning. Let's practice as much as we can. Blessings on your day.